Hello, my name is Gary, and I was raised in the Western United States, so I'm a native English speaker. I hope that you will enjoy this YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us.
Book review: Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. Introduction of Dr. Kenneth Blanchard. When there is a change, everything will become easier if we know how to accept and do the simple things first. One such example is the case of Charlie Jones, a favourite broadcaster on NBC. He revealed the story "Who Moved My Cheese" that saved him and truly changed his career. At that time, he did very well and loved the job of commenting on athletic competition at the previous Olympic Games. So he was surprised and angry when he was assigned to comment on swimming and diving competitions that he had no interest in and understanding of it in the upcoming Olympics. He felt angry, frustrated, and felt that life was unfair. By chance, Charlie read the story, "Who Moved My Cheese?" and he realised that his familiar cheese had simply been taken away and he had needed to adapt to the change.
He tried to learn more knowledge about these two sports.
Soon, the director saw his ability and positive attitude in his new job and decided to give him a better position. He went on to have more success than ever before and was later named to the honour roll as one of the best commentators.
Charlie's work is just one specific case.
But the simple philosophies he drew from this story can be applied to many people. And that's one of the countless stories I've heard about how impact and image can have positive effects from the book, Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese, published in 1998, provides valuable lessons on how to best manage changes in your life. The book gives you the instrumental method to better understand human nature and see change in life as a positive factor. Spencer Johnson is an American doctor and psychologist whose work, Who Moved My Cheese, is considered his best work and was on the bestseller list of New York Times for nearly 5 years. What you learn from this book is, don't be afraid to change and enjoy life as an adventure. Who Moved My Cheese is a simple story that provides us with profound life lessons. Teach us how to better deal with every challenge. The story is about 4 characters, 2 mice, Sniff and Scurry, and 2 little people beings, Haw and Hem. They have different personalities and thoughts, but live in the same labyrinth. Sniff the mouse is always quick to detect changes. Scurry mouse always reacts and acts quickly to everything. Haw, though slow, knows how to adapt when he notices change. The little man Hem always resisting change for fear that it might lead to worse things. Every day these 4 characters search for cheese. It is both their food, their joy and their happiness. One fine day, by doing their own searches, all 4 characters find their favourite cheese at the cheese store. Pete, Hem and Haw think the cheese will always be there for them to eat every day. After a while, the 2 men move into the cheese store Pete to live. Now life for Hem and Haw is so happy and they become complacent with what they have. One day 2 mice, Sniff and Scurry, find out there is no cheese left in store P. They are surprised, but not embarrassed, having foreseen this by observing the daily decline in the stock of cheese. After realising the truth, instead of analysing deeply, thinking a lot, they quickly decide to quickly adapt to the situation and start running in search of a new store of cheese. The attitude of 2 little men are completely opposite. Haw sadly does not want to believe what is in front of him, and Hem is very worried and panicked. Hem angrily shouts, "Who moved my cheese?" The next day, Hem and Haw return to store P to confirm the undeniable fact. There is no more cheese in stock. Hem still doesn't accept this. Hem firmly believes that if anyone has taken the cheese away, they must return them to him, because he is the one who discovered the cheese stock and has the right to the delicious cheese. Meanwhile, after a long search, the two mice finally find the store of cheese M. This storehouse has more cheese than any other place they had ever known.
After waiting, and there is no cheese in store P.
Hart wonders why he does not rush into the maze to search for cheese like two mice. Hem, growing angry and tired, does not support Hall's idea. However, Hall is still determined to leave the store P to embark on the maze to find a new cheese store. As he departs with new wheels, Hall feels very excited. But after searching for a while without finding cheese, Hall is terrified that he has left his familiar place and might never find the cheese. This fear repeats itself throughout the journey. Every time he is discouraged or scared, Hall fills himself with positive thought. Going into the maze and looking for new cheese is much more fun than just sitting still and waiting without cheese. Hall's long and arduous journey ends unexpectedly. One day, Hall enters a warehouse M, where there are many kinds of delicious cheese. After he has filled his mouth with the new cheese, he shouts, "Thank you for the change." He also analyses what happened to himself and the two mice, and then writes down on the old stocks wall the message: change always happens. Pay attention to small changes so you can prepare and adapt with great changes. Hemp finally understands the problem. He abandons the old warehouse and meets Hall again at the new cheese store M. The most meaningful value of the story is we must always be ready to respond to possible changes in work and in our lives. Learn to accept and prepare yourself to continue the journey, to find new sources of cheese once the current stock of cheese is no longer available. Change happens whether you accept it or not. Dare to face the truth, accept change, and bravely do what you can. Never underestimate the power you have to take your life in a new direction.